make sure nobody crazy's done anything to it. That's impossible, Jennifer. Everybody crazy is in here.
Who was that? That girl he was hanging on to.
I don't know.
How am I supposed to believe anything you say anymore?
Because I ain't never lied to you, that's why.
Look, Margaret, the two lovebirds are in here working everything out.
I just want you to know that the situation ended between us.
Margaret, will you take my picture now?
Sorry, Daddy, I got sidetracked. Renee, you okay? Margaret, what am I gonna do?
Virgil, what am I going to do?
That sure is a pretty matey you got there, Leonard. Thank you, Leonard. Drew it myself. I'll take your picture for you, Leonard. Thanks, Leonard. I appreciate it. Now you keep on growing, little fella. Come on, Leonard.
Come on, Leonard.
What kind of name is on your anyway? It sure sounds hillbilly. Resume said you just settle down. Ellen said she didn't mean nothing to him, and you gotta believe him.
Exactly. He doesn't even remember what she looks like.
Wrong, I remember.
No, you don't.
Sure I do. She was beautiful.
Oh. Ellen, it might be better if you didn't talk to him. See, Margaret? He admits it. He said she was more beautiful than me. What a thing to say.
Now that is just it. You're twisting his words around.
Virgil, why are you taking up for that scoundrel?
I'm not.
Virgil, who's everyone anyways?
All right, everybody, listen up. This is not going anywhere. Look at yourselves. Bertha May, I want you to sit down right there. Ellard, sit down right there. Margaret, sit down right there.
Bertha May!
Virgil, sit down right there.
See you later, son.
Where are you going with that cowbell, Daddy?
Well, I thought I'd go over to the neighbor's house and get pretty good at this whole moon thing.
You do know that Mama's not going to like that.
She ain't the boss of me. I'm my own man, king of my own castle.
So what you're telling me is you're not telling her.
Right.
He's gone, Mama. He went to visit the Hendersons.
That man ain't never around when you need him. Where's Margaret?
Comfort and Bertha May.
Well, see if you can find him, will ya? I remember how long the swoosh is supposed to stay on my hair.
Yes, ma'am.
Tell her I don't want to go to see those on pork frying head.
At least all the wheels are still in the car.
Of course they are.
And why did you bring that beanbag in here anyways? I paid good money for that beanbag. It's going to be the centerpiece of my dorm room. It's only going to get in the way in here. Not if I use it to sit in. Well, we might as well get comfortable. Looks like we might be here for a while. It's not so bad after all, now that my culture shock is worn off. It's sort of like an adventure. Like we're roughing out here in the wild or something. Like it's sort of fun. You're right, we're so used to the noise of the city. Just be still, listen to the peace and quiet of a lazy country afternoon.
Boo!
Nothing but the mooing of a distant cow.
What was that?
Sounds like a gunshot. They must have just realized we're foreigners. We've got to obtain these figures and get rid of any store-bought items. Jennifer, help me! Where's Eloise? Eloise, you in the kitchen?
Penny, is that you? Well, my oh my. This is David Classes. I'll heat up your coffee.
This ain't no social call. I've got some business. Need some attention.
What kind of business?
I shot your husband.
Scare me there for a second. Gonna chance some bad news.
Sorry, I had to do it, but I kind of sneak around my barn. Acts like a cow.
Don't worry about it, Rennie. I'm warned the ball from practical jokes. Like I always say, men are like mashed potatoes.
Don't serve the purpose to the whip a few times.
I hope that ain't too much of a mess.
No, nothing I can't clean up before it. Thanks for being so understanding. It's just sometimes less nasty part of the talk the hard way. You want him to come get him or let him sit out there for a while?
I got time to fool with him right now. I've got to get Stop wrong, J-Bone.
But how? Okie dokie, if your name's eggs, the hens can lay it better than ever.
Thank you, Annie. You girls having a good time?
Mrs. Fudge, aren't you gonna call the police?
Please. For what?
Your husband?
That, nah. Figured he'd learn his lesson when you shot him. You ought to make yourself at home.
What? How?
Oh.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, I can't sit down.
Are you okay?
I will be. I'll tell you one thing though, no one around here has a good sense of humor.
But haven't you heard? There's been a murder!
Murder?
Out there in cold blood!
Who was murdered?
We don't know his name.
Violet, is that you?
Aw, here we go with the nagging. Yes, honey.
And here, let me put some iodine on before it gets infected.
All right, just don't fuss at me.
Wait a minute. Are you her husband?
Aw, don't rub it in.
But you're
Only a birdshot, little lady.
We thought you were dead.
No, I'm alive. Can't sit down for 2 days, but I'm alive.
What are you doing? Calling Bobby. We have got to get out of the Twilight Zone.
Good idea. Hey, Ellen, wait. Let's go try and think of something.
Poor Eller. I feel sorry for her. I don't mean to. I wish there was something we could do. Wait a minute. Maybe there is something we can do. What do you mean? I mean, here's a perfect opportunity for me to put my sling to the test. We're here, we can't leave, and it's a few people are in need of professional counseling. And who better than the best soon-to-be marriage therapist in the city? Trish, you don't have to say that. But it's true. I know, but you don't have to say it. It'll sort of be like an on-site internship. Of course, it's all right here in chapter 14. Wait, here's someone coming. Don't let them see the book. Bertha May, everything's going to be okay.
But he lied to me.
Do you know he lied for sure?
He told me I was the only girl he ever loved, but he has a tattoo of a different girl's name on his arm.
A tattoo? Wait a minute, did that tattoo happen to say Sandra?
Right?
Oh, it's just a tattoo. But couldn't Eller getting that tattoo just be a spur-of-the-moment thing? One of those silly things people do without thinking? Yeah, haven't you ever done anything to only later think, what was I thinking?
Well, I guess.
Sure, we all have.
One time I drew a mustache and a little Santa with a permanent marker. I felt real bad about it later.
See? And I bet Mrs. Sandy forgave you for doing something so silly.
Well, she really couldn't forgive me because she was lying dead in a casket at Palmetto Funeral Home. I was just a little girl at the time. Everyone was all sad and crying. I guess I just wanted to liven things up a little.
The point is, you did it. It was silly and it was forgotten. Can't you do the same with Eller?
I don't think I can. Now every time I see that name on his arm, I'll think about it all over again.
Bertha May, answer me one question. Do you love Eller?
Of course I do.
Then nothing else matters.
Nothing else?
Especially a silly tattoo.
You think I'm being too sensitive?
What do you think?
Well, I do love the little weasel. I mean, somebody has to.
Now you're talking.
And I guess I could cover it up with a large bandage.
Sure you could. Now you must proclaim the truth. Who do you love?
I love Ellen.
We can't hear you.
I love Ellen.
Let the whole world know.
Ellen. I love Ellen.
Bertha May, what's the matter?
Oh, Margaret, I love Ellen no matter what.
Bertha May, I'm so happy for you.
What changed your mind?
Just some straight talk from, I don't even know your guys' names.
My name is Jennifer, and this is Trish, our car broke down.
They helped me realize that we all make silly mistakes.
Of course we do. Amen to that.
Like the one time I drew a mustache and a little sampling.
Right.
Ellen got a silly tattoo.
Right?
Margaret cut off my Barbie's head off with a steak knife that one time.
That was so funny.
Virgil asked Bobby G. Millhouse to marry him before he asked Margaret. We're all in the same boat.
Bertha May, I knew you'd see the light sooner or later.
how anyway?
He went that way earlier. Come on, we'll help you find him.
Yes, sirree, I sure am glad that's over with. A lover's spat sure can take a lot out of a fellow. All's well that is well.
I'm so happy for them, but there's still one thing I don't understand.
What's that?
Who's Bobby G. Millhouse?
Yes, sirree, all I want to see is my sister and best friend happy.
Virgil said you're ignoring me. What rhythm made me just now?
Coming, Mama!
We're not that Answer my question, else I feel another lover's spat coming on.
Coming, Daddy!
What kind of secret are you keeping from me?
Coming, Elder. If you'll excuse me, honey, everybody seems to be wanting my attention. Coming, Mama! Daddy's Elder!
Margaret, honey, I think it's time to take a little solution. My head's getting burned pretty bad. Margaret!
Where's the mater, Leonard? Goodness gracious, Leonard, what is in that manure? I ain't sure, but I think I'm going to be rich.
There you are. What will you do?
Honey, remember when you asked him to buy you a new car, and I told you that we couldn't afford it?
Yeah, about 20 years ago.
Remember when you asked me to build you a bigger house, and I told you that we couldn't afford it?
Leonard, what you getting at?
Look,
What is it?
it's the world's biggest mater.
What? That's a tomato.
Gotta be honest with you, all the tomatoes out in the garden, they didn't grow like I said. I bought them at the grocery store and put them there.
You did what?
After burning up the garden by putting too much fertilizer on it, I was embarrassed. I mean, I never do anything right, and I just want to get my picture in Farmers Weekly so you can be proud of me.
It just can't be.
No, don't touch it. You don't want to bruise before I get my picture with it. Don't you see? We're going to be rich.
I'd give you plum crazy if I didn't see it with my own eyes.
So we've got to make sure we keep it out of sight until I figure out what I'm going to do about it.
Why's that?
Because if they see it, then we want them to steal my tonic and get rich with it.
Leonard Hooper, that's our friend you're talking about.
I'm telling you, it happens all the time, so I've got to keep my giant mater out of sight until we figure out what I'm going to do with it.
Oh, that'll keep it hid.
Just till I get back.
There's gotta be a reasonable explanation for this. Don't get your hopes up thinking that made a grocery pack can really work.
Beatrice, who are you yelling at?
That husband of mine, who else?
I thought you were going to trade minutes for a new dog.
I tell you, sometimes it's like raising another child. Speaking of child, is that your baby?
Yeah, that's my little Sammy.
That baby Sammy, you can forget about the little part. He's a whopper.
Just watch your fingers, though. He'll eat anything that wiggles from his face.
Can't believe how much he's grown.
I can't hardly keep him in diapers. He's growing so fast.
Hey there, little Sammy. My, he already has a full set of teeth. That's a little unusual.
He's eating me out across the home. I couldn't ask Eloise if she's watching while I run to the market and get more groceries.
I'm sure she'd be happy to. Eloise, you got company.
I almost hate to ask her for a favor after shooting your husband and all.
You wouldn't happen to have an extra blanket, wouldn't you?
Sure enough, I always carry an extra one.
Hey, did you change your mind? Stop stay for supper?
No, I come down for good gravy, honey, your hair.
Mark Thompson, do you like it?
Well,
Well, she got a little side strap, but that's pushing on a little longer than it was supposed to. Think too much? That's what it is. Too much.
Mom, thank you. Would you mind watching little Sammy while I run the market?
Not at all, not at all.
It's already exactly the beating, so we won't have to eat for a good 15 minutes.
Good heavens, when do you eat Gracious, this girl about as big as my hair. This sure has helped me. And since you're being so neighborly, I promise never to shoot Kylie Wayne no more. I almost forgot. Here's the milk for Zach and feeding. If you run out, let him down a handle until I get back. For some reason, I just can't say no that morning. Come on, Paul Bunny, let's get you a kick fight. Grab that damn milk. Will you leave yours? I wouldn't lay the fan too close to the refrigerator if I were you.
Oh no. Handkerchief must absorb some of my time. This stuff is stronger than I thought. You're gonna make me rich.
Oh, and you're saying the sweetest things.
And you want to know something else?
You shouldn't say such things to actual Barry.
Not only that, but
Stop it, you're embarrassing me.
Eller, behave yourself and act like a gentleman. Yeah, act like a gentleman. What did he say? Oh my. It's so nice seeing you to be nice to one another again.
I have you to thank you, Miss Jennifer, for helping me see the light of day.
Yeah, I'm on your life on you two meddlers.
What?
That's what Mom called them.
It was our pleasure. Love is in the air once again.
I never want to speak to you again as long as I live.
You know what? That sounds just fine to me.
Daddy, I married a stowaway.
Honey, as long as he makes you a good living, his political views don't matter. Don't you bruise it!
The wheelbarrow?
I might need to roll it outside to keep it from getting hot. Margaret, will you take my picture now?
Not now, Daddy. I'm too upset.
I'll be outside when you change your mind. Old MacDonald had a farm. E-I-E-I-O. And on that farm he had a giant mare.
What's a mater?
Nothing. What's the matter with you?
Margaret. Margaret, why don't you just sit down right there and we can talk about it?
I don't want you nowhere near me until you admit that you cheated on me with another woman.
How could I cheat on you if I didn't know you?
You knew her, didn't you?
Of course.
And she knew you, didn't she?
Obviously.
Well, if you knew her and she knew you and you knew me later and I knew you later, that goes to show that you knew her way before you knew me and I knew you. But what really ticks me off is I never knew her, nor did I know you knew her.
I disagree.
Look, you two, I think that.
And you stay out of this. If you were to meddle in our business, I would be mad at Virgil and Bertha May would still be mad at Ellard and everything would be fine.
Margaret, you do not mean that. She don't mean that. You can meddle anytime you want to.
Margaret, I learned something today. It doesn't matter what happened in the distant past. It may not matter to you, but it sure matters to me. I don't know if I like the idea of knowing the rest of our married life that I was your second choice.
Would somebody please meddle and tell her she's talking crazy?
Come on now, Margaret. Why can't you be understanding? Now, my job is to understand. She don't mind being second choice, so why should you?
Well, thank you, Ellard. That's not the kind of help I'm looking for.
Right. You loved the girl at the tractor pull before you loved me. Probably kissed her at the tractor pull too.
That ain't true.
Are you sure?
Positive. I kissed her at the carnival.
Well, at least you found out what kind of man you had before you married him. I'm stuck with mine.
You know what? She told me
she look like?
Sure I do. She was beautiful.
Virgil, if I need your help, I'll ask for it.
Well, if she's so more beautiful than me, then go to her.
But that's just it, Margaret. He never said she was more beautiful than you. You're putting words into his mouth.
Yeah, but...
Shut up, Virgil! And Bertha May, you've already forgiven Ellard for his mistake. Don't start second-guessing your decision.
But
Stop! From this point on, the word but is not allowed to be used the rest of the day. Does everyone understand me? It's time you guys realize how fortunate you are to have one another in your life. If you start letting every little thing cause you to argue, you will never live in peace.
We're sorry, Miss Jennifer, but it's just that...
What did I hear you say?
Oh, no. I said the B word.
Anytime anyone says the B word, they get shame fingers like this. Shame, shame, shame. Everyone, shame, shame, shame. We have to recondition ourselves to react positively. No more negative thinking towards one another is allowed. What we need here is total trust. Margaret, do you trust Virgil?
well, yes, but
Margaret, I'm surprised at you. Everyone, shame, shame, shame. I repeat, Margaret, do you love Virgil?
yes.
Virgil, do you love Margaret?
I suppose.
Ellard, do you love Bertha May?
Shoot, she knows I do.
Bertha May, do you love Ellard?
It's all my heart.
And that's all that matters. No more of I love you, but stuff. Agreed?
Agreed.
I want you all to hug and put a stop to this silliness.
I'm sorry, Margaret. Can you ever forgive me?
Of course I can. I hope you can forgive me.
First man, sorry about the tattoo.
I'm sorry I doubted your love for me.
This is as sweet as a Shirley Temple movie.
Miss Jennifer, you're so smart. How can we ever pay you for all you've done for us?
Just seeing you happy is all the reward I need.
Sugar Plum, would you like to help me go gather some eggs for Mama?
Anything to be close to you, sweet thing. You want me to have you look for your pet turtle, Rufus?
How you didn't want me to have Rufus?
Well, I guess you need to learn to give and take a little since you're not allowed to fuss anymore.
Well, in that case, I've been meaning to tell you something. I was down at the zoo last week, and I was looking at the giraffes, and
Don't push it, Ellen.
Jennifer, I can't believe how well you handled that situation. You're a genius. That little lecture came from chapter 10. You're going to be the best marriage therapist in the world. The only thing I'm worried about is the follow-up. I will be here to see how long my strategy works. If only there was a way to demonstrate to them what true love really is. Exactly. What they need is an object lesson so that my client stays with them after we leave.
Girls, I'm not being as good a host than mine. It's just that everything's happening all at once. But I'll make it up to you with stuff.
We're fine, Mrs. Sludge. We're actually having the time of our lives. A baby? I love babies. Oh my, he's a healthy little fellow, isn't he?
I'm babysitting from my neighbor next door. Little Sammy's ready to jump a whole gallon mile. Woody burps so loud while my flower pot's busted.
That doesn't seem normal.
It ain't normal. He usually drinks 2 gallons. And I'm all out of everything except iced tea for our supper. I just hope sleep till Winnie's back. What? There's another one. Winnie must have left without me seeing it. Sweetheart, could you hand me that milk over there? After he drinks that, I'm gonna have to replace the bottle with one with veggies. Thank you, honey.
Honey, I'm too tired of standing and I can't sit down.
You should have thought of that before you gave yourself a shot.
But it was so funny.
Well, now I'm gonna have some fun watching you stand up for another 2 days. I ain't got time to keep you wine. I've got another baby to take care of. Come on, Sam, let's get kicked down for now.
Have you ever been hit by a bird shot before?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, you'd know if you had. It hurts like the dickens. Have I done my cow impersonations for y'all?
I think we heard you earlier.
Oh. Well, I can do other animals too. Chicken, ducks, birds, dogs, goldfish.
We're just doing some reading.
Oh, I can do hardbarks, snapping turtles, and tree frogs.
Even a puppy dog?
Puppy dog, well that happens to be the best impersonation of all.
You're kidding me. You mean one of those puppy dogs that sits up some bags?
Sure, I can do anything a puppy dog can do.
You mean if I throw this newspaper, you'd fetch it like a real puppy dog?
If you just give me the chance to prove myself.
just being told what to do. Like being told what to do. Take a lesson is reinforced.
That makes sense. But how do you show them?
Simple. As soon as Bobby gets here, they'll see how much you love her. That'll support everything I've been telling them about what a relationship should be. You have such a good heart, Jenny.
Do you suppose that could be Bobby?
Yes, Jenny. Come on, through the back door. No, ma'am.
Oh, Jenny, are you all right? Are you okay? Have they hurt you?
What are you talking about? I'm fine.
Is somebody making you say that?
Stop it. Why are you dressed like an ugly head?
You're on our way to the costume party when you called.
The costume party. We've been having so much fun, I almost forgot.
Fun. She's hilarious.
You're not delirious. Where's Bobby?
I'll park in the car.
How did his costume work out?
Jennifer, Marion? You haven't had to use Naros, have you?
Not you, too. These people have been wonderful puppies.
But you've been trapped in this perfectly horrible place and experienced a terrible trauma. Don't worry though, you can see my therapist as soon as we get back to the city. And honey, you won't remember a thing about this nightmare.
But it hasn't been a nightmare. Wait until we tell you the stories of the day we've had with these people.
You can tell us on the way back to the city.
We can't go now. I'm in the middle of a mission.
Mission or no mission, we've got to get out of here.
Listen to me, Bobby. These people need my help. Please, this is very important to me.
Don't listen to Robbie, they apparently brainwashed her.
Well, I can't feed Sam with this now. It smells like manure. Oh, Mom, more Thompson. How wonderful. Mrs. Sludge, this is my fiance, Bobby, his sister, Peach, and her roommate, JC. Don't I know you? Ain't you a wise old girl?
No ma'am, I'm in costume.
I hate to correct you, but honey, you're a lip skillet.
What she means is, wear makeup.
Bless her heart, all the world can't cover up for that much, ugly. No, they're just for a party. She just needs to stay home. Ain't nobody gonna want to get her something that idiot. Man, you wouldn't have to have an extra driver on you, would you?
I'm sorry. No.
That's it. I'll just get that you out of the pocket. My home inside the bath. Thanks so much.
That is what you've been dealing with the whole time you've been here?
These people grow on you after a while.
You mean like a wart?
I mean, just because they talk and act differently doesn't mean they're any less human. Right, these three people are no less human than the rest of us. Good boy, now speak. Go bury it out in the front yard and see if you can find it later.
You're right, Trish. There's humans the rest of us.
That's just Charlie Wayne. He is animal specialist.
I think I'm gonna have one of my sick headaches.
I want you all to meet Margaret and Virgil and Elmer, the birth of May.
Do they fetch newspapers too?
Of course not. He's been helping them with their problems. Come on, let's go find them.
You go on ahead. I've got to sit down for a minute. Driving all that way on those bumpy roads should give me a tremendous backache.
Okay, and when we find them, we'll bring them back here and put my plan to work. Come on, girls.
But I'm afraid something will happen to my costume.
Believe me, nothing could happen to that.
Stay close to me, Peach.
Eloise, I'm there. Excuse me, Wilco, where's Eloise? And I thought my Sam was a big boy.
Now, where in the world did I put that stuff? If our concoction gets in the wrong hands, it could be dangerous.
Eloise. Oh dear. You tell Mrs. Sludge that Winnie got big. Winnie got big. You remember that?
Winnie got baby.
Thank you, little fella. Bye-bye. Well, come, babysitter Emma. Let her, quick.
Eloise, have you seen my tonic around anywhere?
No, have you seen little Sammy?
When's little baby? You didn't lose him now, did you?
I don't know how I could have lost something that big. 1 minute he's swinging from a curtain rod, next thing I know he was gone.
He sounds a little like my tonic.
Well, I think some baby will be more important than doing some silly fertilizing. Gotta find him before Winnie gets back. Sammy, where
I'll put that